Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you all. Can you all hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. So we'll be continuing from where we stopped in our last class. So where did we stop in our last class? And then I asked you to send your dashboard, yes, to the platform. Were you able to do that? So if you're able to complete the task as at the last, like in our last class, can you please let me know so that we'll know how many of us were able to send their dashboard to the platform? And I hope that we don't have any challenge regarding the dashboard again. Or do we have any question regarding our last class so that we can proceed? Okay, so I will assume that there is no question. Okay, so today's class now I want to deal with data cleaning. Now, what is data cleaning? Data cleaning is used in making sure that your data is organized. So when you have abnormality in your data, such as a missing value, error value, so it's your duty as a data analyst to remove all of those things, or you make a replacement. Okay. In the course of you trying to organize your data, what you are doing is you are doing data cleaning. Okay. So now, how do we clean our data? We make use of Power Query Editor to clean our data. So now let me launch my Excel. So let me launch my Excel. So now after this, so let me import. I think on the platform we have unclean data set already. Yes. So what I will do now is I want to import that unclean data set. Yes, we have two data sets that are not clean. So we want to ensure that the data sets were cleaned. Okay. So now here, I'll go to data. I'll go to get data. I'll say from file. I'm going to choose Excel workbook. After choosing Excel workbook, then I'll come here. I'm using unclean data sets. Then I'll click on import. So if you are with your system there, as I'm doing it, I will give you just a few minutes for you to also do it as well. Remember that the training is practical hands-on training, so in which you are meant to get it right from here. Unless if you do not have your system, then you can now follow up by watching the class recordings. So now I'm previewing. I'll click on the data to preview it. When I click on this first data here, you can see that the data is rough. We have null value, we have null value, we have missing header and all of that. Okay, so now for you to take it to Power Query Editor, so because Power Query Editor is what we use for the cleaning, for you to take it to Power Query Editor, you're going to click on Transform Data. On my system, it's showing as transform data. On your own system, it might be edit. And once I click on that, it takes me here. So I would like you to quickly do that also if you are with your system. So if you are with your system, please can you indicate so that we know those that are doing the practical alongside with me. So I will give you just 2 minutes, and if you want me to still do it again, let me know so that I will quickly do it again. I don't want to be too fast so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to gain the gain a lot. Let me just put it that way. So if you have with your system, please, have you done that? Or I should give you just 2 minutes. Busayo, Blessing, Amici, Rose, so Temple. So I can't hear from you, please. Or do you want me to continue? If you want me to continue, give me a thumbs up, please. So this class is an interactive session. It's not a class that you just mute and then only the trainer will be talking. So I can continue, right? Okay, so okay, Busayo, okay. So let me continue then. So now after getting here now, so now the first thing we're going to look at is, you will see that the first two rows is having null. The first two rows is having null. So now we can remove the first two rows. So how do we do that? You go to remove rows. Go to remove rows. You say remove top rows. And you're going to select 2. Okay, so after then, we can still remove this other 2 rows, or we make use of this row as our header. Yes, we can make use of this one as our header because it has the headings are making sense. You can say use first row as header. If this is our header now, so then we can remove the top 2 rows again. Can remove the top 2 rows. We come here, we're going to remove top 2 rows. Now remember that all the steps that you're applying in the course of the data cleaning, all the steps are in these query settings here, in the apply steps. Okay, so now we are here. If you're on the same page with me, please let me know if you are imported that data. Okay, so Blessing, have you done that? So Amici, have you done that also? So now can I continue? So remember that we're going to be concluding the class, Excel class today. So we'll be wrapping up with Excel and data modeling. So it's more better you pay attention and then you try and follow up as I'm doing it. So Amici, so are you with your system and are you doing what I'm doing? Okay, so let me continue. So now you will notice that after removing the first 2 rows, then if you now go to the down part here, in fact, what makes us to be having all of these percentages, if you go to view, we have the column quality here. If I uncheck the column quality, you will see that this place, all of this place now, we don't have the percentage of how clean that particular column is. But if I put the column quality, it makes you to track the quality of each column. Okay, so here is 97%, here is 95%. That means that something is wrong with the column. So that's why you just have to trace it down so that you'll be able to see So you can see here now we have the two last rows to be null. So then we can remove it. Then we go to home, we go to remove rows, say remove bottom rows, say 2. I'm going to click OK. And after clicking OK, you can see that here now it has turned to 100%. It has turned to 100%. Okay, so now after having this now, then we have already cleaned our data. Everything is showing 100%, which means that it is now well cleaned. Then we can close and load. So you can see once you close and load, you can see how your data is looking like. Yes, so that's just it. So now let's now try and clean the other one. Control N. So I want to import that data again by the second task. I'll click on data. I'll click on get data. I'll say from file, I'll go to from Excel workbook. Then I will select and clean data. If you have any question, you are free to ask, please. So now I will click here. Okay, this is the one that I just finished doing. So now let's say I want to make use of the second one also. So for this second one now, I click on transform data. After clicking on the transform data, so now you can see the our data in our Power Query editor. So here you see that we have column 9, column 10, column 11. They are having null value or true. So we can remove those columns since they are not usable. So to remove them, you can see here is choose column. Here we have remove columns. There is split columns. We use split column in our last week class. Yes. Okay. So then I'm going to come here. You click on each of the column that is having empty cell, null value or true. Click on each of the column. You see remove column. Here also you see remove column. Here also you see remove column. Here you see remove column. Okay, so after removing the columns, so now the next thing we're going to do is, hope I'm not too fast though. Hope I'm not too fast. If you are following up, please let me know. And then if you're having any challenge, please let me know at the same time. Okay. So now going back to what I'm doing. So now if you check here, so you can see that our first two rows, we can actually remove it. So now we go to remove rows. So remove top rows. Then I will say 2 here. So now again, I can remove this other row also. I can still remove another one row. And remember, if I want to go back to one step, I will just click here. It will take me back. So here you cannot do Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z will not work here. So you can navigate through this apply step to go back one step. Okay. So here now, let me remove rows. So remove another rows. Okay, so after then now we can make this our header now. Okay, so now we can now say make our first row as our header. And when we make our first row as our header, so what do we do next? So we can come here, double click here, and put state there. This is a serial number. I'll come here and say serial number. That's a serial number. After then, do you have anybody that is following up to this point? Is there anybody following up to this point? It seems majority of you are joining with phone. Kelechi, okay? So that's fine.
Sir, please, can we come back some more?
That's Ghost Wonder, right?
Yes, sir.
So from where? From where do you want me to do it again? From which point?
From that, this green, this data cleaning aspect.
Is it the beginning or the starting point?
Yes, the beginning.
Did you just join?
Yes, not quite long.
No, quite long. Okay. Others have not been talking. So it's okay. But you know how to import data now.
Yes, I do. I know how to import data.
Mhm. So now let me take it again, because after this, now we want to go to data modeling.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So let me discard this. I know that some of the people that are even there, they are not, some of them are not following, but they couldn't talk. Then no problem. So I go to data. I go to get, are you with your system there? Kelechi, are you with your system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I go to get data, then from file, I say from Excel workbook. So after choosing Excel workbook, then I go to unclaimed data. Unclaimed data. Then I click this, the second one. After then, for me to take you to Power Query Editor, then I click on transform data. So after then, so now that we have this now, so the first two rows, if you check it, it doesn't have any tangible content. Can you see? So in fact, before you even talk about the rows, there are columns that are empty. You can remove those columns first. So let me hold my shift key and see if I can select all the column. and go to remove columns. Okay, so you can highlight those columns and delete the columns once. So after then, so now you can remove the first two rows. So remove rows. You can see I'm clicking on remove top rows. I can remove top rows. Say remove two. I'll put two here, numbers of rows. I'll say okay. So now, secondly, so here now, we can actually use this as our header. Then type state instead of null here, and put serial number here where we have now. So we can still remove this first row. So the essence of data cleaning is organize the data in such a way that it will not affect the originality of the data. So now let me now come here now. So now let me now come back here. Then you can remove another row again. So after removing another row, so now this one now that we now have, which is this row, now we can now make it our heading. So we can make it our header. So we say use first row as header. Immediately you click on that, it will take you to your heading. So Kelechi, are you at this point?
Yes, sir.
So now you, after making it the header, then you're now going to double click on this. You're going to give it a label, which is state. And then you're going to come here. It says serial number. Okay, I hope you get it up to this point. So now after having this, so you now check the data. What are the other issues that the data has? Remember, all of these valid, error, empty that I'm having here, we are able to get it as a result of checking the box for column quality. Checking the box for column quality. So now, any of the column that is below 100%, that means that there is a problem. So now here, this 100, this is 95, that means that something is wrong here also. So, but let's start from here. So now here we have, okay, let me, here we have missing value. Let me check. We have a null value here. Can you see? We have a null value. And in fact, the first thing we even supposed to do is to check the data type for each of the column. And how do we check the data type? You click on the column. This one is the O number. I can come to home. Then come here. You can select O number. I can come to the state. This one is text. Yes, it's okay. I can come here also. This one is, does it have decimal? No. If it doesn't have decimal, you make it the O number. This one also doesn't have decimal. I would say O number. This one also can say a O number. So also I'll say O number. So this one is a decimal. And the decimal number here. So after that, this one now, we want to replace error by 0. So if you are dealing with a value, you can replace your error with 0. Okay. So now I will right click here. But if you are dealing with a column that 0 cannot fit in, it's better you just leave it as unknown. More or less, like let's say you have a missing column inside a location column. You cannot have 0 location and it's not possible. So it's better to just replace it with unknown, or yes, just put unknown is better, yes, so that it won't affect the data, the entire data. So now I can come to replace error here. When I come to replace error, I can say 0. You'll notice that all my errors have been replaced with zeros. So if you have done that, please can you signify so that I will know? Kelechi, have you reached that point? Okay. So Amici, are you there? Bright. So Bright, are you following also?
No, sir. Good morning, sir. I just logged in. I don't know how to get this data. I don't know.
I think the data
The
is on the
data you're
platform now.
working with.
It's on the platform. The data is on the platform. Can you check your platform, please?
Okay, sir.
Unclaimed it. Yes, check your platform.
I'm there, sir.
Okay, yeah, so that's fine. So after then, if time still permit us, we can still do recap at the end of the class. But for now,
Okay,
so
sir.
we have to move on because of our time. So now after replacing this to 0, this other one also can replace the null value with 0 also. So now if you want to replace the null value, you just go to replace value. Then you put null here. Then you see replace with 0. Okay. So immediately we do this, you can see this one has turned to 100. This place is still 97. What was the issue? We still have null value, not only error that we have there. You can come here, right click, see replace value. So we're going to type null here and say replace with 0. Is that okay? So now let's now move. This is 100% now, this is 100% now. Let's now move further to this. So we're going to come here. We're going to see replace error. Replace error with 0. It's 95. That means that if I scroll down, I'm still having null value. I can see replace value. I can also come here and say null, replace the null with 0. Immediately I do that, you can see I'm having 100%. So now this other one also, we have both null and error value there. So I can right click and say remove. If you say remove errors, it will remove the entire row that you have the error. So it's not the best practice. I can replace error and say replace with 0. I can replace the null and I can say replace with 0. So this one also is having 100% now. So this one is 97. Let me see the issue it asks. The issue it asks is null value. I will right click here, say replace value. Say replace null value with 0. So I'll still come back here. Also, this 100% now. Come here. This 100%. This serial number. If you come down in the serial number, that's where we have this. So we can remove the last row. Then I want to see the second to the last row. If okay, that was more or less like a total, yes. So I can come here. I can say, I'm coming. Let me see it again. Yes, I can remove the last row. Remove bottom rows. I can say 1. So now this one now, serial number. Serial number is not even necessary here. 36. I can just come here and then I can uncheck this null. So when I uncheck the null, let me see what happens. Can you see that it's no more there? It's no more there, but it seems to take off all the column that we have there, all the rows that we have there rather. Okay. So instead of us doing that, we can remove this serial number. Let's say you want to remove serial number, we can say remove column. Remove column. And if you want to add another serial number, we can actually add. We can go to add column and say index column. And we can choose from 1. You can see this 1, 2, 3 up to what? Up to 37. So now I can come here and say move to the beginning. Move to the beginning means I should go to the first row. And after doing that, then I can come here and put serial number. So any question about that?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Since
sir.
you are just joining, right?
Not quite long because of the network. I also experienced network issue in the last class, but it was like about 10 to 15 minutes towards the end of the class that I was locked out totally by network. So I don't even know if I was captured in the last class or not.
Okay. So yes, what about this class now? Have you been following up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's fine. So now after having this now, I think I've already cleaned my data. So the next thing I'll do is to go to home. Then I say close and load. So now it's after you now have your data cleaned, that's when you can now be thinking of dashboard reporting. You understand? If your data is not clean, there's no way you can analyze your data. So always put it at the back of your mind that data cleaning is the first stage in data analysis. Then after the data cleaning, then you can now analyze your data. Is that okay? So any question on this? So now, because we want to move to data modeling now.
Sir.
Okay. Kelechi.
I don't know if I'm drawing you back, but I'm trying to do all these things in my Excel. I don't know whether if you're using the different Excel from my own.
Which
Some
Excel
of
are
what
you
is
using? What
I
version of
think
Excel?
2013.
13 is very, very low. Very, very low. So the minimum you can use is Excel 2016.
Okay.
So you use Excel 2016 or 2019, or even, if possible, say 360, 365 rather, Office 365. So you won't see most of all of those things there.
Okay.
So you need to update your Excel.
Okay, sir.
So, okay. Any other question? So now let's we're now going to start with a data modeling. Okay. So if time permits, then we still try to do a little recap on the data cleaning because of those that join us lately. Okay. And if you are not able to, that means that they will be making use of the recordings. Okay. And towards the ending of the class, I'd like everybody to turn on their camera so that we can have a screenshot of people that actually attended the class. Is that okay? So now let me, what does data modeling means? So data modeling means establishing relationship between two or more tables and treating it as a single table for visualizations. You remember that in our last class, we make use of sales data, and then we are able to create a dashboard with it, with a single table. So now when you now have more than a table and you want to establish a dashboard, how do you do that? That's where data modeling comes in. Okay, but in data modeling, the table you want to link together, you want to establish a relationship together, must have similar features. More or less like now, let's say we have region table, we have sales table, we have another table. Some of the columns in those tables must be similar. If they are not similar, you cannot model the data. Okay? If they are not similar, you cannot model the data. So now, how do you now go about it? So if you check your platform, you have the data model data. So here now, let me open my new Excel. So for data modeling now, let me go to data. I want to import data. I'll say get data. Say from file. I'll say data modeling. I'll say import.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This data modeling hasn't been sent to the group.
Yes, I think
Yes.
it was sent together when that last time. Yes,
Okay. Let me
you
check.
can check. You can check. Check the data model data. Yes. Yes, we have data modeling in Excel. Yes, it has been sent to the platform. Please kindly download it. So have you checked it?
I've checked it, sir. So please, sir, can you restart so that I'll just follow up, sir? Sorry about that, sir.
Okay. All right, no problem. So others can also do that. Please download the data from the platform. So this is my blank Excel now. So I'm clicking on data. After clicking on data, then if I go to get data, then I can go to from file. I say from Excel workbook. Can say from Excel workbook. So this is a file location where I have my own file. Then I select data modeling data. Then I say import. So when I say import, here now we have orders. You can easily preview. Okay, you can see how we have this data now. If we want to clean it, you can take it to transform data first. Probably you want to remove these two rows. Okay, so now we can preview this other one also, returns. We have order ID and status. And we have the user table, which is regional manager. So now the first thing you now check is there...
I clicked on get data, but I'm seeing something different here, and it's 2016 Excel.
When you click on get it, do you see as a query?
New query. Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. Click on new query.
Okay, sir.
You can use either get data or new query.
From workbook, sir. I should click on from.
Yes, it's a workbook.
Okay. Okay. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I was having the network issues, so I have to restart my router. So I think are you all on the same page with me here? So I have my orders table here, I have returns table, and I have users table. And I said, if you want to model your data, there must be similar features. So now if you check here, we have region and manager. So that means that if you check your orders table, there should be either region column or manager column there. Let's check, what do we have? You can see we have region column. We have region column. Okay. Okay, so I've reshared the screen. So now can you see? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's fine. So now I have orders table, I have returns table, I have users table. In my orders table, I told you that there must be similar features in the column. Okay. So now for the users, now we have the region and the manager. Okay. So if you check the returns table, we have order ID and status. Then if you go to orders here, we have you go to orders, you can this order table is more or less like the parent table. Okay, it's more or less like the parent table. And then if you check it very well, you see that we have region. We're going to have region. And you can see this is a region here. Okay, which is, and then the order ID. I think we also have order ID here. There is the order ID. Let me look for it. You can see we have order ID here. So you can see we have order ID here on the orders table, which is similar to order ID you have in the returns table. And we have regions table, regions column rather, in the order table, which is similar to region that we have in the users table. Okay, organization can give you data, different tables, yes, belonging to the same data, then asking you that you should help them to analyze the data. So if bringing the data from different sources and all of that. So the best approach to that is to model the data. After modeling the data, then you will now treat the data as if you are treating a single table. So now let me now move on. So now I will click on select multiple items. I'll select this, and select this. Then I'll go to transform data. So now after coming here,
So after selecting all items, you clicked on load, right?
yes, I didn't select all items. So I selected
Three, order, return, and sales, and
yeah,
users.
I click on transform data.
Transform, okay. Fine.
You see transform or edit. We have
Okay.
load, edit, and cancel, or load, transform, and cancel. So
Okay.
yes, you enter the middle.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, sir. You said you selected region and users and what, sir?
I selected the users, return, and then order table. Those are the three
Okay,
tables
sir.
that I selected. So now after that, what I wanted to do in the Power Query is just to remove this empty column. That's all. So I will just come here, remove columns. Also come here, also remove columns. Then after then, I can now close and load. Please kindly do that. Kindly do that in just 2 minutes. So, and then by the time I say close and load, you can see I have users, I have returns, and I have my other tables here. I can delete this. So if you are here, can you let me know or you give me a thumbs up? So if you are there, give me a thumbs up. So I'm not seeing any emoji. So that means that you are still working on it, right?
Yes, sir. We are still working on it.
Okay, so let me give you 2 minutes. Bright, I think you are following up with this part, right?
Sir,
I
I'm
said you are
just
following up with the data modeling again. This one that I just started.
yes, I just opened each of the each of the sheets, so I don't know what to.
I didn't ask you to open each of the sheets. I didn't ask you to open a
I
blank
selected.
sheet,
Yes,
import the
I've done
data.
that.
Then you load it. If in fact, if you are not loading it, take it to Power Query Editor by clicking on that transform.
Yes, I've done that. That's where I am. So I'm just up there.
Yes. Then after then you load it from there.
Okay, close and load.
Yeah, close and load. So close and load, that's fine. So I'm giving you just 2 minutes. By 8:28, we continue. We don't have much time again, so that we'll be able to finish up and then attend to general question. So when you are done, I think that's Daniel. Please let us know. And Bright, once your data is fully loaded, please let us know as well.
Fully loaded, sir.
Fully loaded, okay. So that's fine. So Daniel, I'm waiting for you.
I've loaded my data. I've loaded it too.
Okay, so that's fine. So now let's continue. So after loading the data, the first step for you to model your data is to add each of the table to data model. And before you can do that, you have to install a Power Pivot on your Excel. If you don't have a Power Pivot, you have to install it. So can you check your Excel? Do you have Power Pivot? Can you see where my cursor is? Do you have it? I think the answer should be no. Do you have it? Please check. So please check. Do you have the Power Pivot there?
So I don't know how to check it, sir.
On your Excel, after loading it, I said this, go to your ribbon, the ribbon up here. Can you see where my cursor is pointing to?
I saw it on my own.
You saw it on your own, Power Pivot.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Which Excel are you using? Which version?
It's 213.
213. That 213 is very low.
So I'm using 2016, but I can't find it.
You say what?
I'm using 2016 Excel, but I can't find the
Power
this
Pivot.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I was wondering someone that says he's having a 2013 and he could find it. Okay. So how do you install Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a tool that is used for data modeling. Just like the way we have Power Query Editor for data cleaning. We have Power Pivot for data modeling. So now to install the Power Pivot, you go to File. So when you go to File, you go to More Options. So when you go to More Options, so you're going to click on Add-in. So when you click on Add-in, you're going to see Microsoft Power Pivot. Can you see it? Can you see Power Pivot, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I've clicked on add-in, sir. I've not
Yes.
seen
So,
it.
so once you click on Power Pivot, then you're going to select Com Add-in. So after selecting Com Add-in, then you click on Go. So when you click on Go, you're going to select Microsoft Power Pivot here also. Then you click OK. Then Power Pivot will show here. If you have finished doing that, please let me know.
Sir, after clicking on selecting Excel add-ins, I should click on Go.
No, select Power Pivot in that box now. You select Microsoft Power Pivot first. After selecting Microsoft Power Pivot, then where you have Excel add-in at the top beside the Go, then you're going to select Com add-in. Let me go back again. This file, this option, this add-in. Can you see add-in here?
I'm
So
there,
now
sir.
you can
Yes.
see this is Microsoft Power Pivot. You're going to select it. So, and then after selecting it, you can see even here is comma. You're going to now select Com add-in here. You're going to select Com add-in. Are you seeing my screen? So are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir. The com add-in, I don't know where you clicked on, sir.
So where we have manage, you see a drop down beside it now. You will see a drop down beside the manage. At the down part, didn't you see manage?
I can see it, sir. Okay,
So
sir. Connected. Com
click
add-in.
on
Thanks.
click on the drop down, select command, then click on go.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So when you click on go, then you can now select Microsoft Power Pivot from here.
I've done that, sir.
And after selecting it, you click OK.
Okay, sir. Okay, it's reflecting now, sir.
It's reflecting. Okay, so that's fine. So what about bright? Is it
That,
reflecting?
no, what I'm saying is analyze tool pack again.
Yeah, you see Microsoft Power Pivot there. Which Excel are you using?
2019, sir.
Yeah, you're supposed to see Microsoft Power Pivot there. Microsoft Power Pivot. You should be able to see it there. Please check very well. So have you checked?
So I'm going back to the process.
Okay. So I'm waiting for you in just 1 minute.
Okay, I've gotten to where it is written a Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel.
Yes, you select it, then you go to where we have that manage. You click on the drop down, you select Com add-in.
Manage. Not seem manageable.
At the
Okay.
down part, you see manage. After selecting Microsoft Power Pivot, there is a drop down beside it. Click on the drop down
Yes.
and
Yes.
choose come adding.
Okay, sir.
After choosing come adding, then select go.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So the next dialog box, check the box that has Microsoft Power Pivot.
All right, so I'm there.
Yes, after checking in there, you click OK.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. So now let's now continue. So now after having your Power Pivot up here, so the next thing is you want to add each of these data to the data model. Okay, how do we do that? You click here. After you click the other table, then you go to Power Pivot. So when you click to Power Pivot, then you see add to data model. Want to add it to data model. So now after adding to data model, you minimize it. You go to returns table. You click within the returns table. Then you say go to Power Pivot. You say add to data model. Now see, now we are having others table and returns table in our model. Then you go back again, you minimize this, you go to users table, then you come here, you say add, you go to Power Pivot, you say add to data model. So now we have the three tables added to the model. Please, can you do that? Daniel, Bright, you can try that. Amici, I don't know if Amici is not with the system. Kelechi, I think your own version of Excel is low. Okay, so Blessing, I don't know if you have your laptop there. Mercy, I don't know if you have your laptop there. Okay, so if you have done this now, please let me know. I'm giving you just 2 minutes to add all of these tables to data model.
So I will just have to click on any parts for each of the options, other returns and users, then I add it to data model, sir.
You click within the tables. By the time you
Okay,
select any of the table, you click within the table.
okay,
Then
sir.
you now say add to data model. Yes.
Okay, sir. I need it.
So I'm waiting. I'm giving you just 3 minutes to do that. And once you are done with that, please signify. You let me know. So I'm waiting. Give you just 2 minutes by 8:39. So we're going to continue. So if you have done that, please signify so that if you have added the three tables to the data model, please signify so that we can proceed. So I'm still waiting. So when you are Daniel, when you are done, please let us know.
So I will follow up with the recordings. The Excel is no longer responding.
Yeah, it's hanging, right? Okay,
Yes.
so no problem. So let me continue. So now after having this now, so now the next thing we do is we're going to establish relationship between the data, or let me say between the tables. Then how do we do that? You go to your home. So when you go to home, you go to diagram view. So when you go to diagram view, then I can expand this. After expanding this, I can move it to the middle. So here now, so that is what we call one-to-many relationship and one-to-one mapping relationship. So now this is one-to-many. So here we have other ID. Where do we have other ID? Here we have other ID here. So you're going to select other ID here and drag to other ID here. You click on it and drag it. So here now we have region and manager. Then you're going to look for common features, which is region, this region, and this region here. So you're going to select
Okay,
region.
sir. It's now responding. What should I click after loading everything? Adding to data model, sir.
After adding everything to data model,
Yeah.
then go to your home. You will see diagram view at the left hand side.
Okay. Diagram view.
You click on the home. So when you click on it, not in your Excel, it's in your Power Pivot. Home in your Power Pivot. Then you see the data view, you see diagram view, you see show hidden.
Okay.
Then you click on diagram view.
Okay.
So when you click on diagram view, then you establish the relationship.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for you to do that. I think you see when I was dragging it, right? When I was dragging the common features, I drag other ID, I connect with the other ID in the other table. I drag region, I drag it to the region that we have in the other table.
Noted, sir.
Okay. So when you are done, please let us know so that, and if you can still continue, we can see it come. But once you miss a step, you won't be able to follow up. That's just it. So giving you 2 minutes to establish relationship just like what you have on the screen. So after the 2 minutes, then we proceed. And if there's any other person that is still working on it, then
Hello,
I'll
sir.
just do that. Yes, I can hear you.
Please, did you mention manage data model and the pivot table?
I didn't get you.
Like, I'm lost. I'm trying to. The last page you are. You said we should go to Power Pivot. Then by the left hand side, you see
Have you
table
added to
manage.
the data model?
No, sir.
You've not added each of the table to data model.
Okay, I'm done with that one, sir.
You are done with that hand. So then you click on home. Home in your Power Pivot. After clicking on home in your Power Pivot, you will see that. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You will see data view and diagram view. Can you see it? Can you see the diagram view?
No, sir. What
And are
I'm
you sure
seeing
you are
here,
on it? What are you seeing?
I'm not on the right page.
Eh? So what are you seeing? You have to speak out. If I click on data view, this is what I will have. Is that not what you have when you added all the three tables? So is that not what you have when you added the three tables?
So I don't know what happened to it, but I knew I added them. I can't find it again.
And check your tax bar if you minimize it. Okay, so because of our time, so probably maybe you follow up with the recordings. So Daniel, were you able to find it?
Yes, sir.
And you are able to draw this relationship, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move on. So here now, I'll go to home. So when I go to home now, I want to create a pivot table. So remember that the way we created the pivot table in the last class is different. That one we have to go through insert, go to pivot table. Here, you'll be creating a pivot table through the power pivot. Then we come here, then we say pivot table. When you click on pivot table, you're going to select new worksheet. So I want you to quickly do that. Go to the home, click on pivot table, select new worksheet. I want you to do that in just a few minutes. If you are done with that, please let me know. So if you are done, let me know. Daniel, are you done with that? So Daniel, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me continue. So now when you have this now, so what data model does for us is that it enables us to navigate through the tables simultaneously. Okay, you'll be able to navigate through all the tables simultaneously. So now if I click here now, I can expand my orders table. If I click on the returns, I can expand it. I can also expand my users table. Okay. So after then, let's say for instance, now I want to get my sales across, let's say product category, sales across product category, and let me say the columns. I can pick region from the users table. So what modeling means is, modeling did for us is it enables us to be able to walk through the three different tables simultaneously. Do you understand? So now here now when I now have this pivot table here, I can convert this pivot table to pivot chart. I can click within the pivot table, then go to pivot table analyze here, then select a pivot chart. So please kindly do that. I'm giving you just 2 minutes. Giving you 2 minutes to do that.
Sorry, sir. I found this thing, the pivot home bar. So I'm there now. I'm sorry for taking it back, sir.
You're on the diagram view.
Hello, sir.
I said you're on the diagram view. Are you on the diagram view?
Yes.
So then you select order ID, you drag it to where you have order ID in your order table.
Okay.
And then for the under users table, you drag region. You drag it to region under order table too, so that you can establish the relationship.
Okay.
So please kindly do that, because without doing that one, you cannot get here. And because of our time, so I will not be able to be going back again. So Daniel, are you able to do that? I'm not sure if Amici is with his laptop, but I think last class he followed with the last class. So
I'm with laptop, sir.
and are you doing all of this as I'm doing? I'm not sure.
My window is not updated, sir.
Okay, so I thought as much.
Yes.
Because I know that you will have responded since. Okay, that's fine. So just try and fix it, and then after the class, we'll go over it again. And thank God
Okay, sir.
that there is a recording, and the recording, the class is a very straightforward class. So Daniel, have you done that? Because we want to create more pivot tables and pivot charts now, so that we can create our dashboard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's fine. So Bright, what you do is probably maybe you just be following up with the class. If you are able to finish this part early, then I can take that data modeling part again. Yes, so then you'll be able to catch up. But for now, I can't go backward. I can't go back. So now, after having this now, so if I now want to create more charts, I have to go back to my Power Pivot, then go to Manage. So by the time I go to Manage, it will take me to my Power Pivot. Then I'll go back to my home and say, go to Power Pivot and create another Power Pivot table. Create another pivot table rather. So now this one now, remember, it's either you are being given an objective to work with, or you are being told that you should give an insight from the data set. So now this one now, we are the one that are using our own discretion for insight. So now let's say I want to know which of the manager is making more profit. So I can pick profit from the orders table. Then I can pick manager from the users table. Okay. So after then, I can come here. You can see it is Mr. Sam that is even having a loss. And see that it's negative. So Chris, who has the highest profit? Yes, Erin. Erin has the highest profit, followed by Chris. Yes, then followed by Williams. So here now I can go to my pivot table, analyze, go to chart. Then I can have it as a pie chart. Yes, I can have it as a pie chart, or you use a line chart or any of the charts. So green is Sam. You can see green is Sam. And if I want to format this chart, I can come here and format it. So I'm giving you just 2 minutes to do that. Just 2-3 minutes to do that. I want to create at least 4 charts, 4 pivot charts. And when you are done, please let me know so that we can move forward. So Daniel, if you are done with it, please let us know so that we can move forward. Since you are the only one that is your system is actually working fine. And Bright is stopped. So I'm waiting. Just 2 minutes. So we are comparing the profit across the manager.
Sir, you can proceed, sir.
Okay. So let me quickly proceed. Okay. So now here, so I've done the second chart. Then I'll see for me to go back now. You know, when you are dealing with that first in our previous class, you have to go back to our source data. Now we'll be going back to our power pivot this time. Go to manage, go to home, then click on a power pivot, click on new worksheet. Then this time now, let's say this region and manager, we use that under the source table. Let's say we want to compare shipping costs. Shipping costs based on the chip mode. Which of the shipping costs is expensive? Which one is low? The most expensive is a regular 121,037 is a delivery truck, followed by regular air and express air release. Yes. So let us see if you can compare it with the customer segment too. Okay. So now when you have you can see that we are able to navigate through the three tables. So let me come to pivot table analyze. I'll go to pivot chart. This time around, I want to have a line chart. Let me have a line chart. Okay. So after having this now, okay. So let me even leave it as a 3 chart. So now after having these 3 charts now, so remember that if you are creating your dashboard, it's your slicers that make your dashboard interactive. Your slicers that make your dashboard interactive. So you can click on any of the slicers, any of the pivot table here. Then you go to pivot table analyze. Then you go to insert slicers. So when you go to insert slicers, you can select customer segment, you can select product category, and select product subcategory. So I can come here and select manager and region. So let me click on all. I can choose shipping mode also. Status, I can choose status. Then I'll click OK. And remember when you click OK, so then I'll say report connection. Then I'll check the box. So then I will report connection, do report connection for all of the slicers to establish connection between the slicers and then the pivot table and pivot chart. And remember, it's the slicer that controls the pivot tables, and then it's the slicer that controls the dashboard. I'll come here, say report connections. Okay, so after doing that now, then you create a new sheet. Start creating a new sheet. So you can take each of the slicers there. You can take each of the slicers there. Then I'll come here, I'll say copy. So I will click on this plus sign to create a new sheet. I'll paste it. There's the first one. I can copy this customer segment also. Which sheet is my blank sheet? Sheet 6. Sheet 6. Oh, yes. So I can come to status. So I'll go to manager. So after then, there I can take my chart. So then I'll arrange it just the way we did in our last class. Then let me sheet 6. Okay, come here. Okay. So now you will notice that if I click here now, let's see if it is connected to all. Yeah, you can see it's connected to our dashboard. If you click this funnel, you'll be able to reset it. Okay. So now Can take it up. Can take it up. Can take it up here. So here now you can give it the heading. I'm going to say data modeling. Dashboard report. I can give it a size. So I can give it a color. Okay, so remove the grid lines by going to view and go to uncheck grid lines. Yes, it's become a dashboard now. Okay. So now let me now quickly go back. So let me Control N. So for those that got stopped, so you can follow up again one more time. So like Bright now. So Bright, you can now follow up again. Okay, I think I want to use like 15 minutes to quickly go to the data modeling again. Is that okay? So I'm be at 30, please. So this is a blank space. I go to data. I go to get data. I go to from file. I select Excel workbook. When you select Excel workbook, then you click on data modeling. Select your data. After selecting your data, then the next thing you do is go to have multiple selection, orders, return, and users. Okay. If your data needed a cleaning, you can take it to Power Query Editor for cleaning before loading it. So let me take it to Power Query Editor. But if it doesn't need cleaning, you can load it directly.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I noticed that you selected orders instead of order, and I selected order. So I don't know.
Which one is order?
Can I still?
I selected users. These orders.
Yes, it was the other one. It was the other one I selected. I don't know. Will it
It should be the
affect?
same now. It should be the same.
Okay, sir.
The data is repeated. Yes. Data is repeated. So it's the same. So now when you come here, I want to remove this two columns here. I'll click on it, go to, even if you do not remove it, I think it doesn't really have much effect. But I just want to remove it so that the data can look clean. So here also, I'll click here also, I'll say remove column. So after then, you can check the returns table. Returns table is okay. You can check the users table. Users table is okay. Then you say close and load. So when you say close and load.
Sorry, sir. What are we
so
clicking on? Orders or data? Sorry, sir. Orders or users,
orders
rather.
or data?
Orders or users.
We have
I wanted to
orders.
see.
Yeah, no, it's not orders or user. It is order, users, and returns. Those are the three tables that I click on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Data modeling have to do with combining 2 or more tables together. You understand? Not the single table. We want
Yes,
to
sir.
combine 2 tables or 3 tables together, and 2 or 3 tables we are combining together must have similar features. You understand?
Okay.
Must
Yes,
must
sir.
have similar features. And if we check the other table, you will see that we have region there. If you check the users table, we have region and manager. If
Yes,
you
sir.
check the returns table, we have return and status. Is this
Yes.
status and other ID? Yes, status and other ID. And let me open it so that you see it here. You can see here we have order and status for returns table.
Yes, sir.
For orders table, we have that's the parent table. And in the
Yes,
parent
sir.
table, we have the region. Let me see where we have region. You can see this region here. So we have region in the parent table. And if you go to the user, we also have region. So now when we have tables that have similar columns, that's when you can establish data modeling.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
now, after you now load the data, then the next thing is you have to check your Excel. Do you have Power Pivot in your Excel? You understand? If you do not have Power Pivot in your Excel, your background noise is much. So if you do not have Power Pivot in your listing in your Excel, you have to install Power Pivot. And I said, how do you install Power Pivot? You go to File. Are you with your system there? Romance, are you with your system?
Yes, sir. I'm with my system, sir. Yes, sir.
So you click on File, you go to Options. So when you go to Options, you go to Add-ins. And when you go to Add-ins, you're going to select Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. So now after you click on it, you're going to select Com Add-in. So you're going to select Com Add-in, where you have Manage.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you.
Are you starting afresh?
No, I'm doing a recap for those that have missed, that get stopped. Yes. You don't need this one, so I'm only doing a recap for those ones that are lagging behind.
Sorry, sir. Where did you say I should click file from? Under what?
After you select the Microsoft Power Pivot, then
Yeah. He said I should select. I should click on file. Sorry,
no,
sir.
you
Under
go to
what?
file, go to options in your Excel now. Is your Excel now open?
Options.
After,
Yes.
yes. Hope you've loaded all these users return. Have you loaded them?
Okay, I should load.
Oh, so that means that you are not following now. So you're supposed to follow me gradually as I'm doing it. You
Okay,
understand?
that's close and load.
Yeah, close and load first. After you close
Yes,
and load, then you install Power Pivot.
Okay. The Power Pivot is under. Sorry, sir. It's under what icon, sir?
Once you go to File,
Yes.
go to Options, Excel Options. Go to Excel Options. When you go to Excel Options,
I've not seen Power Pivot. I only see Pivot.
which Excel version are you using?
It's the latest version, sir.
It's the latest version. You should be able to see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You should be able to see Microsoft Power Pivot when you click on Add-in. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
Okay, so what will happen is that maybe you follow up with the recordings. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So I just really want to do a little recap and just be following up as I'm doing it, then you do it later. Okay. So now after you install the Power Pivot, you see the Power Pivot here. Then you now add each of the data, each of the table, you add it to the model. I'll click on the first one. I'll select within the data. I'll say Power Pivot, add to data model. So I'll minimize this, go to the returns also, click within the data, go to Power Pivot and say add to data model. I will go to others table. So Romans, you can mute your mic, please. So after then, I'll go back again. Click on this. I think is it this I'm working on. Okay. I will say go to others, go to Power Pivot. I'll say add to data model. So immediately you add them to the data model. Then the next thing is to establish relationship. Please note the step. After adding to the model, you establish relationship. And how do you establish relationship? You click on Home. You go to diagram view. So when you go to diagram view, you're going to see all the data. Form of diagram here. So now, the common features that both tables have will be the basis of your connection. So this is region here. You're going to choose region here. You're going to drag it here. You're going to choose other ID. So you can check where do we have other ID here. This other ID here, you're going to click on other ID here. You drag it to where you have other ID. Okay. If you want to delete it, let me delete it and do it again. I want you to focus more on the other ID. So you can see. So after doing that now, then I can now go back here to create a pivot table. After creating pivot table, so then you can choose your variables of interest. I say can expand the others table. I can expand the returns table. I can expand the users table.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get what you did last. After choosing order, was that the only thing you chose? How about status, manager, and all that?
Where is that?
At the where you created the relationship. The
Yes,
diagram view.
well, after creating the relationship, are you talking about how do I create a relationship or what?
No, as in you only matched the other ID. How about this other manager and other distance status?
No, so we use let me go back there.
Sorry.
So we use the common features. The common features here is other ID, and we have other ID here. Common features here is region, and we have region here. So we match region to where we have region here. We match other ID to where we have other ID here. So that's what I did. Okay. So if they don't have the common features, if none of the column is the same, if they don't have any common column, you cannot even establish relationship. It's not even accept it. Do you understand? So now the basis of the connection is the other ID that is common between the returns and the other table, and the region in the users table that is common to region in the others table. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. So after which we proceeded to.
After then, you proceed to creating a pivot table by going to Home.
Okay.
Then you go to pivot table.
Yes, sir.
So you click on pivot table. So now after clicking on the pivot table, then you will now be able to make a selection. You understand? You make your selections. So I can come here. Let's say I want to compare product category. I want to compare product category. Let's say I pick sales also. Then the essence of data model is that you can navigate through the three tables simultaneously. You can see this, you can see I pick manager from the last table. I pick some of sales and product category from the other table. So here now you can turn this to a graph by going to pivot table analyze. Can you see? So now I'm not saying that if you want to do more pivot table and more pivot chart, you have to go back to the Power Pivot again. You go to manage. Then you go back to create pivot chart. Create pivot table rather. Then you say okay. Then this time around, let's say I want to know the profit made by each of the manager. Then I can click on profit. Profit. Then I can go to users, click on manager. Then if I want to turn it to a chart, I'll click within here, go to pivot table analyze, go to pivot chart, then choose a pie chart. I want to use a pie chart. It's as simple as that. Okay. So now if you want to do two more charts, you follow the same process. And after following the same process, if you now want to create a sliders, you just click on any of the pivot table. You go to pivot table. Are you following Bright?
No, sir,
Bright.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I lost
Maybe
again.
I will receive the audio, sir.
No, just use the audio. So then after coming here now, then you go to insert sliders. Yes. Go to insert sliders. Then you choose product category, product subcategory. Then you can come here, you can choose manager, you can choose region, you can choose shipping mode. And you're going to establish connections. You're going to establish your connections. You're going to establish the connections. You can come here, right click, go to report connections. Say okay. Here also report connections. Report connections, okay. Also report connections. So now after you do all of that, so the next thing is you just take them to, you create a new sheet. You take a graph to a new sheet. Think the new sheet is sheet 5. Take it there. Go back again. Copy this. Take it here again. For the slicers, copy it, paste it. I'll copy this also. Copy this also. Okay, so do we have any other one here? I think that's all. Okay. I want to see how I can arrange this. So now, after having this now, so to make it a dashboard, you remove the grid lines, go to view, remove grid lines, where we give it a title. Let me say home. Data modeling dashboard. Okay, so yeah, I can go to page layout to set my page color. Okay. So any question so far? So any questions so far on what I've done? So now in the course of any question, you can ask a general question, you can ask a question related to what we just did, you can ask a question related to what we've done before now. So ask your question, please.
Okay, sir. I during the previous class, I was able to practice the lessons on my
Okay.
own. Then yes, then I decided I tried the PDF, how to export to PDF. So when I did that, I noticed that all my dashboard presentation were sliced. Like I don't know when I
Yes,
saved it.
yes, there is a demarcation in your Excel. Unless you make it a landscape, you're going to
Oh,
do the settings to landscape. You understand?
okay.
Yes. If it is a portrait, it's going to cut. And
Exactly. That was what I
other
was
charts will
saying.
not. Yes, other charts will be at the bottom. So you
So
can
sir,
try to use it.
how do
You go to page layout, you set your paper, you choose landscape. You understand? Yes. Then you, by the time you make it a landscape, if you want to export, it's going to make use of that landscape settings. Can try that after the class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. I don't know. Did they the attendance record? Do they make use of it for any purpose?
Yes, it's very, very important.
Because I've been present for the this class now is the third class, but the other one I was there for over, I think maybe 1 hour 30 minutes. And when it was like getting close to when we want to conclude on this, I noticed I was logged out. And when I came in back, it was another um, tutor that I saw was taking maybe public speaking. So I don't know. I don't know if I was captured.
So we're going to
I've been
note that.
present for all the classes. I don't know.
Yes, we're going to note that. Attendance is very, very important. So we're going to note that.
Okay, sir.
So you
Yes, sir. I
can.
also had.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. I also had network issues towards the end of the last class, and I was not able to mark attendance too.
No problem.
Yes,
So
sir.
now quickly put your attendance now, so that put your names, and then at the same time I want everybody to turn off their camera, so that we can take a screenshot of the class. You can turn off the camera. Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, hello. Yeah, you can take this.
Okay, guys, you can smile. You can smile while we take the screenshot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
So we've come to the end of the Excel section. So your project will be given to you to work on, and then probably when you have a challenge later, so you can actually reach out to us. Okay, share the platform that you are. Is that okay?
So I have a final question.
Okay.
Maybe as a data analyst, if you've been given a job,
Okay.
what's the first thing you do? I don't just know. Will you just walk into the company and they'll give you data to work on, or you want to compile the data first of all, and then before you start doing anything?
If they are giving you data, if they are working with any organization, you will given a data to work on. You understand? And the data can be mixed up, can be dirty data, can be in any form. You understand? So once you are being given the data, they are going to give you an objective, what they want to achieve. So we want to do performance appraisal. We want to know who is doing well in this region, who among the marketer is bringing more sales, which outlet are we selling more. They will give you their objective, or let me say the problem statement. So now it is based on the problem statement that you're going to structure your analysis. And also, if you are not giving a problem statement, they can say that give us an insight from this data set. If they say give us an insight from this data set, it means that give us necessary analysis that will be necessary, or let me say that will be important for us in taking decision making. You understand? So that in that case now they won't give you any information apart from the data. They will only just give us an insight from this data set. You now be the one that should now figure it out. This company needed these parameters, they needed these parameters, they needed these parameters. Then you give them the visualization and a report at the end. You understand? And the first thing you do when you're being given the data is to check, does it need cleaning? If it doesn't need cleaning, yes, you check if it does, if it needed cleaning. If it needed cleaning, you clean the data first before doing any other thing.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So data cleaning is the first thing you do. After data cleaning, then if you have been given a problem statement or objective for your analysis, then you follow those objectives. You understand why you are analyzing your data. Is that okay? And if you are not being given, they say you should give them an insight, just like the one we did in class now. It's giving an insight from the data set. You understand? Then we look into different variables that is more important to the organization. And then remember that the essence of data analysis is for decision making. You want to make a rightful decision. That's why we are doing the analysis. And so that you, as a data analyst, you can make recommendations.
Okay, sir.
Oh, so that's fine. So any other question? So in the absence of any question, you permit me to stop here. So if you have challenge when you are dealing with the data in the future, you can reach out to us on the platform. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. So bye for now.